All right, you guys, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. We got to talk about the man of the hour. We got to talk about the young man that is making the most out of his opportunity, the emergence of Craig Reynolds. And I entitled this video, Detroit Lions running back Craig Reynolds is running for his life. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, what do you mean by that? And I'm going to tell you what I mean by Craig Reynolds is running for his life. He's running for his livelihood. He's running to have an opportunity to have a job. He's looking to make the most of every opportunity, and that's what you want to do. You know, Craig Reynolds coming from a small school, coming from a Division II school. A lot of people don't know that Andre Reed, who's a Hall of Famer, played for the same college that he played for in Kutztown. And pretty much this dude is making a name for himself in the NFL, man. You know, Craig Reynolds has been cut off a lot of practice squads, a lot of teams, but the Detroit Lions look like they're going to give this kid an opportunity. What a great job by Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to find Craig Reynolds. Now, Craig Reynolds was on the Washington football team, and then he eventually made his way over to Atlanta Falcons, and then also the Jacksonville Jaguars, and so forth and so on. You know, being cut and waived constantly. And what this kid did is continue to have hope. And as a Detroit Lions fan, we know that all too well. Having hope is like one of the greatest things. Like getting a shot of hopium every season from the Lions is something that the Lions fans look forward to having, because that's the only thing that we have is hope. Hope that this franchise is going to get better. Hope that this franchise is going to turn around. Hope that this franchise is going to find the players to be able to do something out on the football field, finding impact players, finding guys that can really go out there and make some plays and make things happen. Craig Reynolds, with his emergence, this kid is playing phenomenal football. I love everything about what Craig Reynolds is doing. I love his story. You know, at the beginning of preseason, I thought that Craig Reynolds earned a roster spot. I'm not going to kid you. He should have been on the active roster spot. He should have made it from day one. This kid getting the opportunity, just waited and waited and waited. Injuries happened to DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, and then you had, you know, guys like Godwin and also Jamar Jefferson. But he waited his turn, finally got his name called, and when he got his name called, he made the most of the opportunity. Going into Denver, rushing for 83 yards. I think that this kid probably would have had 100 yards rushing if they would have continued to feed him the ball. He's one of those running backs that I noticed that if you continue to feed Craig Reynolds, he gets better as the game is going on. And I noticed that with him. And, you know, I know a lot of people say, you know, it's the level of competition and this and that. You know, like the small school guys don't really get any credit and get any love. And I try to show these guys love because I understand the game of football. Football is football. If you know how to catch, you know how to run, you know how to block, you know how to tackle. Those are the things that you need to be able to do. And those are the basic skill sets that you need to be able to play the game of football. Now, some people say, well, it's the level of competition. Well, that's not always true. That doesn't mean that you can't be a great player in the NFL just because you didn't go to Alabama or you didn't go to Michigan or Michigan State or you didn't go to Florida State or Florida or you didn't go to Texas or any of these big colleges, you know, you didn't go to Wisconsin, wherever. You know, just because you didn't go there, that doesn't mean that you can't make a name for yourself in the NFL. And there's plenty of guys that have made a name for themselves and also became Hall of Famers. Guys like Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice. These guys didn't come from big colleges. So what Craig Reynolds is doing out on the field, man, is definitely a phenomenal thing, man. Coming out of a Division II school, All-American, had about 45 touchdowns in college. Was a dual threat running back, which means he's able to catch out of the backfield as well. And the Lions have really not yet had him catching out of the backfield a lot, but he is good at doing it. He is a great receiver out of the backfield. They just need to be able to implement that into the to the game plan, and you'll be able to see Craig Reynolds catch out of the backfield. He ran punts and kickoffs in Division II, so this guy is more capable of getting the job done. But Craig Reynolds, just making the most of every opportunity, goes to Denver, ends up rushing for 83 yards. You're like, we might have something here. And then the next game, you're thinking like, man, is the coach going to give him the chance, or is Godwin going to be the man and Jamar's going to get more looks? But they decided to go with Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds has been balling. And Craig Reynolds definitely deserves everything that's coming his way, all the blessings that's coming his kid's way. To me, he deserves a 2-year contract. He deserves the opportunity to make the active roster and to be a member on the active roster. And I know that DeAndre Swift is the #1 guy, but the way that Craig Reynolds is running the football, man, he's kind of scaring me, man. He's scaring me, and I know he should scare other people as well, especially if you're a running back on the team, because what this dude is doing is something that you didn't think that he would be able to do. And that's an undrafted guy coming in, making a name for himself. And like Dan Campbell said about this kid, he just plays hard. He's a very smart player, and they love him. And you can't beat that, man, when you're an undrafted guy like Craig Reynolds. When the coaches love you, that means something, because they're saying that every time they see Craig Reynolds, even when he's practicing, he's going hard. He's doing what he's told. He's not doing anything outside of what he's being told to do, and that's to run the football, be able to catch that football, and block. Those are the 3 things that a running back needs to do in the National Football League. And Craig Reynolds is taking his lead by storm. And I'm definitely rooting for this young man to have an opportunity to be a running back on this team. You know, to me, when you look at it now, the other running backs are expendable. You know, guys like Swift, guys like Jamal Williams, they got to step it up because Craig Reynolds is doing his thing out there. Now, if this guy goes out and performs well in the next few games that they allow him to play, as they continue to evaluate him, then you really, really got to say, we got something special, and Craig Reynolds is a hidden gem that we didn't even know that was going to blossom like he did. Now, he's only 25 years old. They could be 26 next year. Still young guy, still has what it takes, got the juice, has the right size for a running back. And I love just the story of Craig Reynolds, man. I would love to see this kid get more opportunities. You saw him getting 26 touches, carrying the football, rushed over 100 yards, and he's doing some phenomenal things, man. So I can't wait to see what the remainder of the season is going to look like for Craig Reynolds, because I think that the Detroit Lions have found a hidden gem on his team, and it's Craig Reynolds. Craig Reynolds is that guy that's making a name for himself. And he's a small school guy that is getting the opportunity. So if he continues to play the way he is, the Detroit Lions are going to have to make a decision on what they're going to do with the future at running back with the rest of the guys. Because I think that Craig Reynolds deserves an opportunity to make the active roster. I think that Craig Reynolds deserves that opportunity to get the chance to continue to carry the football, because everything that he's doing has been positive. And when you have only positive out there, you got to keep going with it. And I can't wait, man. But I'm definitely excited for the emergence of Craig Reynolds. I saw it in the preseason that this kid had great visions, great patience. He doesn't have the elite speed, but that doesn't matter. He still brings it all the time. So that's definitely something that I wanted to see from the running back spot. I wanted to see a player that can be consistent. And I think that if Craig Reynolds continues to carry out consistency, then you have to put this guy in the mix with the other running backs like Jamal and also DeAndre. Now DeAndre, his thing is being injury prone. You know, you don't want to be that running back that's injury prone, because you definitely eventually end up losing your spot to another running back. And if Craig Reynolds continues to ball out, you could lose your spot. So, you know, this is no knock to DeAndre Swift, because he's a very, very talented running back and is a dual threat running back in his own right. But you better watch out for Craig Reynolds, man, because this dude is running for his life. He's running to get a check. He's running to have an opportunity to feed his family. And the only thing I can say is go, Craig, go. Run, Craig, run. All right, guys, keeping it raw. I'll be back to you soon with another video. I'm out of here until next time. Peace.